Japanese only brothel.
Quotes.
Yeah, air quotes.
I'm subtitling air quotes.
Air quotes. Brothel. And it was, air quotes, Japanese only. And the Japanese paid top dollar. I didn't, but a guy that's very close to me that looks a lot like me tried to get in one time, and he was told it's Japanese only. But in Japanese, well, I can speak Japanese, it's fine. No, Japanese only, that's basically their marketing strategy. There's their brand. He told me, I said, how's it go? He goes, well, we charge them 5 times what you would pay if you went. And he said, by the way, there's one called Jody. She's very popular. And so he said, that's the selling point. And they don't have to use rubber products. And I said, so why would they pay that? He goes, because they're idiots, because Jody works. He goes, if you want to see Jody at the Japanese only place on Friday, you can't, because she's there in the Japanese only place. But if you want to see her, she's there on Thursday at the other place where you're allowed. So I said, you're charging the guys for Japanese only 5 times premium. He goes, yeah. I said, but it's the same girl. He goes, what do you think, I'm an idiot? Of course it's the same girl, but you're going to be protected, so you can do that. And I said, so I'm getting, I'm getting a 80% discount. And he goes, yeah, but don't tell the Japanese. And podcasts haven't made it in Japan yet, so that's my brothel story, which we're never, ever going to air. My name is Mike Miller. You get a problem with it?
No!
Because my name is
Hi, I'm Joe Siki.
And actually, my real name is Gary Nathan. And we got Miles Carver with us here. Say hello, Miles.
Oh.
That's my story. Any other, before we wrap it up, any stupid...
Back to you, John.
Thanks for telling me the story, Mike.
Rock in Japan.
Hey,
So-
Bagley.
Stories, right?
All right. Any stupid questions you've been asked by your wife, by employers here or abroad, or by Japanese people, or how about you, Steve?
Actually, this one was when I was in America, and it was around Christmas time, and my wife was singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in Japanese, and I was listening because I wanted to hear how she was going to say Rudolph in Japanese, and she never said Rudolph. And so when she finished, I was like, well, I didn't hear Rudolph. How do you say Rudolph? And she insisted, no, it's not Rudolph. It's Mr. Reindeer. His name's Mr. Reindeer. Shika-san. And I was like, oh, no, the song is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which, of course, led to, Google for me to prove my point. But
I love you, honey, but do you remember the part of the song where they say all the other reindeer? So that means if he's surrounded by cats, he would be Mr. Reindeer.
right.
But all the other reindeer made fun of him and never let him play games, which means there were other Mr. Reindeer.
Right.
So there were like 17 Mr. Reindeer, and the guy that wrote the song thought, the protagonist of the damn song might need a name, like, Rudolph the Reindeer, or Danny the Deer, or, Jerry the Gerbil, or,
Stanley the
but
Stag.
enough about Richard Gere.
I
But
knew that was coming.
you knew it was coming. He thought it was coming, but it took a long time for it to come back
What
out.
was his safe word? I never heard that part of the story.
He was treadwheel.
I think it was Patreon, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't let the poodle go until it coughed up kibble and bits.
You're never going to get that out of that fur, let me just tell you.
You must have, as a magician, you must get stupid questions. Did you really do that? What happened to the birds?
Well, there's
They
that.
died.
There's that.
They died.
The most common question magicians get, I believe, is, can you make my wife disappear?
Oh, wait, that sounds familiar.
I know, you've asked me that 17 times now.
Only 117 times. Yeah. They actually say, everybody says,
Oh, it's the most common question. I used to work in a restaurant, and I would go from table to table to table to table, and I would hear the same question again and again and again and again. And, and you come up with as many witty answers to the question as you can.
so what's your comeback? Like, first I have to learn how to make mine disappear.
Well, I wasn't married at that time.
Right.
Usually it's something like, well, for the right money, standard fee, put it in the bank and it's done. Or, something along the lines of, but usually they end up in Aruba with your credit card.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Here's a different...
Or you hand the lady an old dead key from the last hotel you stayed at, with the new key cards, and you just say, okay, room 716 to 2 hours. I'll see you.
Oh.
Here's a different take on that. Thinking about Mike Miller, his imaginary girlfriend. Could you make her appear? He'd pay top dollar for that.
I'll bet you.
He'd pay you in limes and lemons, and you wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a Ouija board with him right now.
This has been Talk Funny with Steve Howard and Joe. And you've been listening to Talk Funny. Check us out at Nagoyacomedy.com. Thanks for listening.